Wide knowledge flowing, equations on the board, numbers never sleep. Teaching math and physics while them haters count sheep. Actual education, tune in and get schooled. Flipping textbooks, breaking all the rules. From Newton to Einstein, concepts elevate. Keep the stream, it's the key to our fate. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down. Actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice. Maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice. Got the Pythagorean triangles about to flex. Quantum theories on deck, breaking all the specs. Relativity theories, worlds getting small. Grasp the universal laws, standing tall. From the atom to the cosmos, we rolling deep. Gracing up the stars, no time to sleep. Black holes and supernovas, concepts we unfold. Brain power heavy, yeah, that's Dr. Gold. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down. Actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice. Maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice.
Obviously, don't go and do that.
All right, what's up, everybody? Wow, 25 people in your raid. Nice. Thanks for the raid, Zach. Let me start us up on Discord real quick here. What's up, everybody? Great song. What song is this, and where can I get it? Sensation Black actually created it. It was, it's just like an intro song that I think they created using maybe like Suno or something. Or Sensation says he wrote the lyrics, so maybe he did. Tell me. Anyways, yeah, happy Tuesday. Welcome, everyone. Let's see. Yes, baby, we are on today. I just got your message. What's up, baby? Big shout out. Thank you, baby, for all the Discord boosts. We have so many Discord boosts now. You want to see like what we're at? Pretty insane. I think we're at 70 now. Baby's just been like boosting the server like crazy. So we do have access to a lot of awesome things on Discord. If you want to join, there's a lot of cool stuff. We're also starting to create game servers. So I created a Minecraft game server and a Rust game server that we'll probably check out later this week or next week. So these are like private servers that you can use Discord boosts on to just host things. So come on by if you want to go play. I'm curious, Brescos, if you want to check this out. I have no clue what a private Rust server is, but there is one for you if you want it.
I'll check it out. Let's see
and then
how long I last on this server.
Well, there's 0 people on it. I think it's completely fresh. It's totally just yours. You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, it's Rust is really like PvP heavy though.
I get it. Yeah, I understand that this is kind of, you'd be like, oh, I'm just like with myself.
Oh no.
What's going on here? Anyways, and then yeah, Minecraft. I used to run Minecraft servers back in the day, but I guess now you can just host them through Discord, which is super cool. So maybe we'll do a group, a server-wide Minecraft game or something. We are rich, yes, Isabella. I was gonna promote it. Rust and Minecraft server. Yes, thanks, Bella. Yeah, we'll talk about it. What's up, Broken PH Meeper? Okay, cool. Other than that, I did update the calendar to represent what's going on for the next week, as I realize I have to go to Europe soon. Gotta leave the country. Anyways, if you ever want to figure out when we stream and what's going on, the website actualofficehours.com has it. Technically, that's not allowed hypersonification, but I told Ace they could do it, so it's okay. I do have some students that it's kind of late for them. This is our later stream that we run on Wednesdays, and so I told them they could just submit early because they have to go to bed and stuff. But yes, you are right, hypersonification. Yes, you usually cannot do that.
Oh no.
If it becomes a problem, I'm going to start vibe coding something that prevents it. But anyways, shout out to Zach. Thanks, Zach, for the raid and stuff. Here's our new streaming schedule. So we're on today. We'll be on Thursday. I will try to host a game on Friday. But then Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday. This is going to be the last stream for us until nothing the next week. And then when I get back on the 31st, we'll be back to help you guys out. So, all good. Anyways. All right, that being said, and then we'll have some other announcements this week about all the cool stuff going. I'm going to Ireland and the UK. Is where I'm going. But let's see. I also added in... Let me see. Why is this not working? Where's our chat? There's our chat. There we go. We're adding in some new features also to the queue system, so stay tuned for that. Wow, the queue's already at 7 questions. You guys are on it. Okay. Am I going to go meet Sensation? Maybe. We'll go see. What's up, Richard friend? All right, let's go start you guys off with some math and science questions. And let's start the stream. Cool. All right. Welcome everyone to Actual Education Office Hours. My name is Dr. Gold, the stream that helps you out with math, homework, science, homework. All sorts of fun stuff. Great. We already have the queue going. This is awesome. Difficulty 9 out of 10. Catnip, what did you submit to me, dude? What? Quantum mechanics. Oh, no. Oh, yes. No, yeah. Let me display this. Thank you so much for reminding me. Yeah, I forgot about that. There you go. Stream's up. Stream's up, Bella. There you go. Thank you. Always tell me those guys. Yes, let me help out 1K, because 1K's got 1K. Let's help out 1K real quick with this. They have to go to bed early. And so I did add a new feature here where I can choose now which question manually we're working on. Wait a second, let me get this. And I'm curious because also I'm now having it report the amount of time it takes on each question, so I know what's going on. So 1K, you want me to help out with, let's do the number 3 one. Let's mark this one current. So now, yes, now it'll show your question being current. Features! Okay, here we go. Let's do this. All right, 1K was asking about trig identities and what the trick is for doing these to get the left side to look like the right side. Really, there's only a couple identities you really need to know. The first one is this. Sine squared of x. What's up, Gladiator? Plus cosine squared of x is equal to 1. Always remember this one. And then the other one is 1 plus tangent squared of x is equal to secant squared of x. Once you have these, you can pretty much do any of the other identities just by converting things to like sines and cosines. There is also the method, right, with Zach. You could just do that. Everything is in the form of e to the ix, like plus e to the minus ix or whatever. This is called Euler's formula, which works out very well for stuff. Yes, technically all you need is e to the ix, and you can derive all of these. And we've discussed about why it might be better in education to start with that, to lead with that, instead of teaching kids like what sine and cosine is. But alas, yeah, this is what our school system is. But you're right, Breskos. Breskos believes we should just teach people e to the ix, and then
I think start with hyperbolic trig. It makes sense. It's exponentials. We've all seen it.
Yes.
And then explain the imaginary part, and then it's not like where the hell does all this come from?
Right.
But that's just my opinion.
No, you're right. It's another way. Yeah. So 1K is like they told us we're not allowed to derive. Okay. I think you're allowed to use these though, right? You have to be able to use these at least. It's okay. We don't need to rederive all the identities using e to the ix. But yes, you do get the identities. Okay, cool. So using this one, right off the bat here, if I want this to look like this per se, curious. I think I would multiply these through is what I would do. I would just FOIL these. You can either pick the left or the right side to start, and then you have to make it look like the left or the right side. This already doesn't look very good. You could convert this. My other trick is to always convert everything into just sines and cosines. But let's just try this way first, which is let's just FOIL this out. What's up, Angela? So
I feel like there might be an identity or something like that, because that would be tangent of x minus 1 over tangent of x plus 1. I feel like there's something there.
Well, the cool thing
Probably.
here though is once you just cross multiply these ones, because tangent of x is equal to 1 over cotangent of x. If you do tangent of x times cotangent of x, you just get 1. So
Yeah, you're right.
we're already in for like that. This is a big help here, because if you just FOIL this, right? So first, whatever, outer, inner, last. I hate that acronym. But you can do this times this. So that's tangent of x times cotangent of x. And then you do the inner one. So that's minus 1 times cotangent of x. So minus cotangent of x. And then we're going to do plus this one. So that's going to be tangent of x times 1. And then finally you do negative 1 times positive 1, which is minus 1. So then the cool thing is this right here is just 1. And then you have 1 minus cotangent of x plus tangent of x minus 1. This cancels. And you're left with tangent of x minus cotangent of x, which is the same one. So there you go. Do you see how that works for 1K? If you just FOIL things out? What do we mean? Yes, sure. If you want to rewrite this, you could totally rewrite this as tangent of x times 1 over tangent of x. Well, no, tangent of x times 1 over tangent of x gets you tangent of x over tangent of x, and then this is just 1. Yeah. If it was tangent of x times tangent of x, that becomes tangent of x squared. No, you're good. No, that's a common mistake, man. It's all right. It's okay. Yeah, this times this gets you tangent squared of x. That's true. But yeah, okay, cool. So that one's pretty easy. Let's see what the other one was you had. And then yes, I see high personification. You claimed the me first. That's good. We'll do it. Let me mark this number 3 as the current now. And then here, let me download this screenshot for you. This is 1K. Sure, working well today. Yup. Oh, cool. And now I have a new feature that tells me how long I worked on your question. So this says 5 minutes and 4 seconds. Cool. Estimated time, 5 minutes. For once, I'm like actually on schedule. I'm really curious to see breasticles what happens when we do one of the harder questions and I see like the horrific how much time we worked on it.
Yeah, I would be excited to see those.
I want to see what it says. Yeah, I wish we had that data for some of the older ones, but okay. Let's see. Okay, so then this one. This is called a half angle identity. 1K. I don't know if there is. Yeah, you have to just know these, unfortunately. So, what is it? You could do the summation formulas. You tell me which identities you get. Is it called a co-identity? Yeah, is that what it's called? It's these. Yeah, they're called co-functions, sorry. Yes, those are called co-function. I was just trying to see if there's a way to because I forget these two, honestly. But okay. Are you given these 1K? Is this given to you on your formula sheet? I don't know these off the top of my head. They give us all those. Okay, great, cool. Then I'll just show you what happens if they give all of them. Thing pi up minus 2 minus x is co-thing. Oh, that's why they're called co-functions.
Oh no.
Today I learned.
That is why they're called co-functions.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no.
Wow. Okay. And it's always pi over 2 minus, I guess. What happens if it's theta minus pi over 2? I guess you have to remember whether the function's odd or even, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember exactly.
Like
It
if I
wouldn't make
do
a huge deal because you're still just like shifting it by values of pi over 2. Kind of the idea is that when you
Yeah.
shift those functions by pi over 2, they'll go from like sine to cosine.
Yeah,
and
it's whether they
whatever.
but for instance here, like sine of theta minus pi over 2 is the same thing as sine of negative theta minus pi over 2. pi over 2 minus theta, right? Like that's how you do the flip in the order. And then I think what we remember, right, is that sine of negative x is equal to negative sine of x. So technically, this is equal to negative sine of pi over 2 minus theta, which would then be equal to negative cosine of pi over 2 minus theta. Oh, maybe it works back though, right? Oh, I think you're right though. Because then if I want to bring the negative back in, it's the same thing, right? Cosine of negative x is equal to just cosine of x. So this is also equal to cosine of negative pi over 2 minus theta, which is just equal to, cosine of theta minus pi over 2. Okay, so the order actually doesn't matter. And I guess that makes sense. You're right, Breasticles, because pi over 2 is shifting by 90 degrees, which is that always going to just, even if you shift it left or right, does that always make it just sine to cosine?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, when you think about like sine just going up and down, if you just shift it by pi over 2, it just changes where the local max and mins are and the zeros, and so you're just shifting it. And then, you think of like tangent going from 0 to pi over 2, shifted by pi over 2, it's just moving over.
Yeah.
So.
Jeff says that should be cosine of theta. Oh, actually, wait, Jeff is actually right. Oh, I fucked up. Okay, sorry. Sine of pi over 2 minus theta is the same thing as negative cosine of just theta. Oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong here. Okay. So wait, my bad. So then this is equal to cosine of negative theta? I don't really think that really matters. Okay. I think maybe that's where things start screwing up. Okay. All right. We'll look at it later. I was just curious because sometimes you'll see the question with these arguments flipped. And I always forget like which way it goes. If I remember that if it's always pi over 2 minus, it always goes to the next one, then it's easy to memorize. I'm not sure if it works for the other way, though. We'll have to see. All right, why is TikTok chat's not working today? Oh, whatever. Do it later. Okay, so for this one, by the cofunction, this is the same thing. They add to 90 degrees, so they are complementary, thus cofunctions. Oh, that's another way to think about it. Instead of like sine and cosine, yeah. So this would be cosine of just x. And then this is going to end up being tangent. Oh, wait. But this is plus, though. Uh-oh. See how this is plus? That kind of fucks my shit up, though, right? Oh, no. Because I only know it
would just be negative in that case.
Yes.
Your theta would just be a negative x. So when you go,
that's a good way to. Yeah. That's tricky.
Cosine of negative x.
Yeah. Okay. So this is here 1k. This is the same thing as cotangent of pi over 2 minus negative x. Yeah. Exactly, Jeff. Oh yeah. So now cotangent of pi over 2 minus something is tangent of that something, and that something is minus x. So now this becomes tangent of minus x. Okay. Which at this point, I would rewrite this in terms of sines and cosines. So I would say this is cosine of x times the sine of negative x over the cosine of negative x. And this is where you want to remember the odd even things. So cosine of negative x is equal to cosine of x. And then sine of negative x is equal to negative sine of x. And Rishi was asking, like, what is sine and cosine? Well, it's kind of a deep question. Sine and cosine is a lot of things. But in the simplest form, sine and cosine are just oscillating functions that are off by a phase shift. So, like, they're shifted horizontally. So, cosine, let's remember, kind of looks like, whatever, like this, if I could draw the wave correctly. And so what happens is if you have cosine of negative x, that's the same y value as cosine of positive x. So that's why this identity holds, and this is called being an even function. This is called being even. Sine, however, looks like this. And what that tells us is that if you have the sine of something that's located down negative x here, like to the left, that's the opposite of it being at positive x to the right. So these being opposites, this is why this is called an odd function. And then if you want to see the phase shift thing, right? Yeah, the only difference between sine and cosine is the shifting. Unrelated question, can you draw a Catholic fish? What's a Catholic fish? You guys,
I know what a Catholic fish is.
They hate my alphas, dude. Is it this? Is this the Catholic fish?
Mm-hmm.
You guys hate my alphas. Okay. But yeah, and that's how you should draw alpha. Really doesn't like my alpha. Okay. So there. That's sine and cosine. And the only difference between sine and cosine, again, is that they're shifted over by pi over 2. This was my question, though. Brest goes, look, okay, so if this is sine of x, right? And I do sine of x, like, plus pi over 2, that moves it this way, right? But if I do sine of x minus pi over 2, that moves it this way. Doesn't that kind of, like, really fundamentally change what it is? I'm trying to think, like, how this works. I think pi over 2 minus... I think it just flips it, yeah. Okay. It's interesting. What's really happening here is you're doing sine of negative theta, and then you're shifting it to the left by pi over 2. So, I see. You're flipping the parity of it.
Yeah,
so,
it basically just flips it, because if we think about... Sorry, I mean sunflower seeds while I'm talking.
You're okay. Right.
If you look at like the exponential definition of it, right, and you ix, when you plug in pi over 2 minus theta, then theta plus pi over 2, you'll get two different angles.
I see.
How that operates.
Yeah. No, I see. I think I see it. That, and then you move it. And then you're moving it to the right. That's moving it to the left. Okay. Anyways, we'll see this later. So, not to get too stuck in the weeds here, 1K, but this property is very important. This is the even and odd property of cosine and sine. And so what that means is sine of negative x is equal to negative sine of x. And then that this cosine of negative x is just equal to regular cosine of x. I should have read this in the... Sorry, this is...
Yeah, okay, now that I think about it, yeah, it does just move it. You're basically just moving it by pi instead of pi over 2.
Exactly.
If you said your theta was like x
yeah, moving pi to the left and to the right doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, but what I'm... For the theta plus pi over 2...
Yeah.
That would be saying basically that your theta is x plus pi in the case of your cofunction identity. So
yes.
Then you would get your x plus pi over 2. So you would just be shifting by a value of pi.
Right. And shifting by pi forwards or backwards is the same thing. Yeah. Okay, I understand that now. Okay. So then once you have this, the cosines cancel. And then this is just going to get you negative sine of x, which is originally what you wanted. So yeah, that's how you do that one. I know it seems kind of random sometimes. Thanks, man. It seems random which technique you're supposed to use to solve different types of identity problems. The way to get good at that, again, is practice. Just to do enough of them so that you're recognizing the patterns and you see, oh, if it looks like this, I should try this. If it looks like this, I should try this. But some like general tips I have is try to get everything into sine and cosine. Because once things are in sine and cosine, there's very few identities you need to know in order to make things work. And it's generally just like this one, and then properties of sine and cosine like this will really help you out as well. So. Does that help you out, 1K? Yeah? Make a little bit more sense? I know you said you had a test tomorrow. Yes? Okay. You're welcome, dude. Nice. Great. Good question. Master Chief's coming out. You got a game tomorrow? Oh, nice. All right. Good luck on your game tomorrow, man. What are you playing for games? Play like, I forget. Some of the students here play like water polo and stuff. Okay, nice. Now I want to see how long it said it took that one for me to do. If I hit mark done. That one definitely took more than 5 minutes. That one took me 13 minutes and 50 seconds. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
To be fair, we did spend like probably 5 minutes wondering about theta plus pi.
We did,
So.
Yeah, we did have a little bit of a detour. Yeah, I guess if I strictly wanted to answer it, I could have done it. And it said I should have been able to do that one in 3 minutes. Compared to, it took 13 minutes. But yes, we did take a detour. But in that case, the detours are fine. I'm not trying to like strictly optimize with like bam, bam, bam. We have to get them done the fastest. I think math is fun when you take these little side quests and be like, well, wait, how does that work? How does that work? Cricket, nice. Okay, cool. Right. Okay. Yes. Hypersonification. You did claim me first, so I will answer your question first. Improper integrals, difficulty 7 out of 10. Uh-oh. What do we got? What do we got for us? Oh, I don't think these are too bad. Oh, wait. Do I remember how to do the integral of log? We'll have to see.
Parts. I almost gave you one that had the integral log today, but I found a better.
You found one to torture me more with.
Oh no.
It's not torture. It's a very cool trick.
I like the cool tricks. I think it's fun to see the cool tricks. Okay, so this was hypersonic. So it was hypersonic, right? So let's mark yours as current. Okay, there we go. What's up, Batman? Do you do MCAT physics? Yeah, if you want to submit a MCAT physics type question for me to go over, totally can. For you, Botman. That's kind of a cool name. The website there, actualofficehours.com, is how you submit screenshots, and then we go over them here on the stream. Okay. Compute the improper integral 0 to 1 log of x dx. What's up, Nick?
Yeah.
I wonder, is this a Feynman's trick type thing I gotta do? I don't know what the integral of log.
No, you just use.
I don't know
You
if
just-
you can hear me.
I can hear.
Yeah,
I can
you
hear
just
Nick.
say that dv is equal to 1 and
Oh,
is
you
equal
use
to
integration by
log.
parts on this? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just use parts.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Sneaky integration by parts. So, yeah, this is the integral of log of x dx is the same thing as the integral of 1 times the log of x dx. And so, yeah, this is an integration by parts question because you got to pick something to derive, something to integrate. I know how to integrate log of x. So I'm going to say that u
You mean
is equal to
derive?
log of... Or, sorry, I know how to derive it.
Oh no.
Making mistakes. This du here is just equal to 1 over x dx. And then this part, I know how to integrate. So I'm going to say that dv is equal to 1 dx. And so then v is just equal to x. Yeah, this is cool. So now if I want to do integration by parts, I'm going to do uv. So that's going to be x log x minus the integral of v du. So that's just the integral of x 1 over x dx, which that just goes away. So now you're left with x log x, and then the integral of dx is just x, so it's like minus x. And then, I guess integrated from 0 to 1. But wait, you can't do 0 to 1.
Oh no.
You can't take the log of 0, dog.
That's why it's improper. You gotta
That's
do
why
the
it's
limit.
Okay. Okay. So technically this is 0 to 1, but we can't really do it yet. Okay, show that. Oh, I see. So I have to take the limit. So I have to say this is like a, and then the limit. No, sorry. This is a. And I say the limit as a approaches 0, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, instead of doing 0 to 1, we figure out which number is causing us problems. And it's this number, because I can't really do the log of 0. So I'm going to replace that with a variable a, and then I'm going to say the limit as a approaches 0, which is effectively this. So then we get to here. Okay, so then let's evaluate this bounds-wise. So this is 1 log of 1 minus 1 minus a log of a minus a. Okay. And let me see. Am I gonna say this is like a to the a and 0 to the 0 is 0? Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
No,
what you
0 to
could
0
do
is 1. 0 to 0 is 1 now, right?
Yeah, but what you could do is yeah. Let me verify that I'm not going insane, but it should be an indeterminate form. So what you can do is bring the logarithm or the limit inside of the logarithm.
Okay.
When you take a to the power of a, and since it becomes an indeterminate form, you can use L'Hopital's.
Oh, very cool. Okay, so I know log of 1 is equal to 0. And then I know this is, okay, so this is negative 1 minus a log of a plus a. This is the same thing as a to the a, which is now, so let's focus just on this term, because this term will just go to 0. I don't care about this.
Damn it!
So I really have negative 1 minus the limit as a approaches 0 of log of a to the a. But yeah, this is indeterminate. So a to the a is indeterminate. So can you use L'Hopital? I thought L'Hopital's rule has to be like 0 or 0.
Yeah, you can.
You can use it.
It's 0 to the power of 0 is an indeterminate form, and one of our properties of limits is that we can bring it inside of a function to evaluate the limit.
Yes. No, I agree with
so
that.
So if you had like the limit as, you know, f of x goes to infinity, you could say the f of x limit as x goes to infinity, and it's the same. And you can do the same thing with like logarithm, cosine, whatever it may be.
Okay. L'Hopital's usually requires me to have like something on the top and something in the bottom, and then I take the derivative of both. Or is that like that's the baby version of L'Hopital's that's told to us? I think if anything's just indeterminate, it's okay.
Yeah, as long as it's indeterminate, you can use L'Hopital's.
Okay.
I forget how you just do it with 0 to the 0.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But,
well, okay. So let's assume we can just do. So we can bring this in. So this is the log of the limit as a approaches 0 of a to the a, and this is indeterminate. So this is I've never done this before. It's kind of cool though. Maybe there's a cooler way to do it. We'll look on ChatGPT after this. So indeterminate. So we say as long as something is continuous, then the value of the limit is the same thing as the value of the limit of the derivative. And so I'm going to take the derivative of a to the a. That's crazy. Fuck, what?
I'm asking chat real quick. It's been like a solid
you're
and
okay.
a half since I've done anything at 0 to 0.
0 to the a is equal to 0. Do it in log form, he says. A log a is better.
No, yeah, we can do it in log. Yeah, because I guess 0 times infinity is also indeterminate.
Oh, so you mean if we kept it here?
Yeah.
Okay, here, 1 second. Let's leave this. So this is -1 minus a log a plus a, and then a log a is, oh, I see. Okay. So this is something, right? A log a is equal to, I don't know, let's just say like y. Is 0 times negative
yeah, or you could say that it's just log a over 1 over a.
Yes. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, it's also, yeah, okay, this is also the same thing. Yeah, ick. Okay, I got you, Jeff. I got you. This is log a over 1 over a. Yes. And the limit as a approaches infinity of this, a equals 0, sorry, of this. This becomes infinity, this becomes negative infinity. So technically this is grounds for L'Hopital's. Yeah, that's the reason. Okay. Right. This is negative infinity over 1 over 0, which is effectively infinity. So this is L'Hopital's. L'Hopital. We're allowed to do L'Hopital's when it's infinity over infinity. So, or if it's 0 over 0. So in this case, we'll take the derivative of this. Derivative of log of a is just 1 over a, right? And then the derivative of this is negative 1 over a squared. So then this is equal to negative a squared over a, which is equal to negative a. And then the limit as a approaches 0 of that is equal to 0. Oh, very cool. What's up, Bill? Okay, so this whole thing just goes to 0. This goes to 0. And so the answer is just -1.
I believe so, yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's quite nice, actually. Oh, okay, cool. Fascinating. There are a lot of other parts of this one. Hypersonification. But I'm gonna assume that this kind of works the same way.
Yeah, because your sine of x of 0 is
that is way
0
uglier though. Yeah, wait.
sine of
What,
x is pi.
what are you even supposed to set as like u and du in this case? Is it the same thing? U is log x. U is log x sine x, which then becomes 1 over sine x cosine x, I think. I think so. I was just going to say that 0 times log of a is equal to 0. Technically, that's wrong, Todd. Yeah, technically, it's because a is approaching 0. And technically, log of a is approaching negative infinity. So you don't know which one is approaching the thing quicker. So you don't know if the thing approaching 0 is getting to 0 faster than the thing that's getting to negative infinity is getting faster. Yeah. 0 times infinity is technically like indeterminate if it's in a limit. Some examples of this could be, for instance, so 1 over x times x, limit, right, as x approaches 0 in this case. So yes, this thing does go to 0, but this thing goes to infinity. So you may be asking yourself, wait, so isn't the answer 0? Well, if you were to put these together, this would be x over x, which that, independent of what the limit is just 1. So this is a case of where 0 times infinity does not go to 0. Yeah. But then you could have also had 1 over x squared times x. In this case, this goes still to infinity. This goes to 0. But if you combine them, you get 1 over x. And then this is equal to infinity. So in this case, this infinity beats out this 0. Yeah, or sine of x over x. Yeah, I guess that's another one, maybe. Anyways, yeah, that's why it's kind of indeterminate. Let me see, I don't know if I have time hypersonification to do all of these parts, like B, C, D, and E. There are a lot of parts of this. But hopefully the strategy we used here makes sense. I just kind of want to see this one real quick. I want to see if the same U sub would work. U would equal to log of sine of x. So then du would be equal to 1 over sine of x times cosine of x, right? dx. And then same thing. dv is equal to 1 dx. So then whatever, v is just equal to x. Or did I write that? Yeah. Yeah. So what does that one become? That becomes x log of sine of x minus integral of x cosine of x over sine of x is cotangent of x. So it's x cotangent of x dx. Right? And then I think there's like some maybe power reduction formula for this. Or I guess you have to integrate by parts again. Right? You'd say that u is equal to u is equal to x, du is equal to 1. Yeah, dv is equal to cotangent of x. And fuck if I know what the integral of cotangent of x is.
No, I would do it with a
cosecant cotangent or something.
Whichever was it? Yeah, sine.
You do it the other way.
Being dv. No, sine of x being dv.
You mean the cotangent of x? Or you would leave this as cosine over sine?
I would do it. No, so I would do a u sub per sine, because the derivative of sine would become a cosine, and you would get a 1 over.
But you have x cosine of x over sine of x. So the issue here is that if you say that u is equal to whatever sine of x, sure, du is equal to cosine of x, but then how do you resolve this x? Then that's like arc sine.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh no.
That would just actually suck. You don't want to do that. Okay.
I mean, that's just more parts too, though.
Yes. Okay. I think there's some more integration by parts here. I just wanted to see if it was something cool. Yeah. You're only asked to show that it converges.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could also just show that sine of x is gonna have less area than x.
You mean cotangent of x?
Something like that. No, sine of it in the first part.
Oh, in the first
because
part.
It's just no, like I mean, in the very beginning of the equation, it's basically just basically
Oh.
composing sine into log of x.
Oh.
So I would just say that.
Oh, I
right,
see what
the
you're
way
saying.
That sine.
You're just gonna say that
changes.
you're just gonna say that u is equal to sine of x. So then du is equal
Well,
to.
not even solve. It's just like it's simply asking. Just show that it converges. So if we can show that.
I think
for
you want to
some
show though
reason,
that
log of
these
sine of x is less
these
than-
bounds match up though.
Okay.
I think you want to show that the bounds match up. I think. But yeah, sure. Because if x goes from 0 to 1, then this part of the argument going from 0 to pi is the same thing as going from 0 to 0. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm gonna punt on the rest of this just to give more time for the people. But this was a fun question, hypersonification.
Good job.
Yeah, there's issues. There's lots of issues. Yeah, I think you have to do like two different limits for this actually. That's a mess. Maybe they go away. But anyways, okay. Someone else wants to solve it. I'll put it in my Discord. Cool question.
Well done! Well done!
Yeah.
Actually, I think you could just straight up do a u sub. Now that I think if you were to say u equals sine of x, even though you're gonna get like a an arc sine term, your bounds just go 0 to 0, and then that just no matter what should
Oh, you mean for the U sub over here?
be a limit. I mean, in like the very beginning.
Oh, in the very
You would
beginning.
Say that yeah, if you say u equals sine of x, your bounds would go 0 to 0.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. So you don't even care what the thing is. Oh, I see. Yeah, no. If u
Yeah,
is
it'll
equal
be
to
like log of u,
got you.
arc sine of u.
Well, wait, if u
u,
equals
I think.
if u equals sine of x, right? Then if once you're changing your bounds, right? So now this is log of u, and then it's arc. Well, du is equal to cosine x dx. That's kind of a mess, though.
Yeah, but well, what you could do is you could say that x is equal to arc sine of u, and then take the derivative of arc sine, so you get it in terms of u and plug that in.
Okay, x is equal to the arc sine of u. Oh, I see. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're saying, okay. X equals arc sine of u. So then dx is equal to, but this is like 1 over the square root of like 1 minus u squared du or some shit, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
And then if x went from 0 to 1, then arc sine is arc sine of 0 to arc sine of 1. No. If x equals arc sine of u, sorry,
It would be
then u equals sine of
then
x.
U equals sine of x.
Bingo. Okay. So if x goes from 0 to pi, x goes from 0 to pi, then u goes from 0 to 0. Okay. It does go from u to so okay. I think Jeff makes another argument here that technically there's probably a discontinuity at the 1, because u is going from 0 to 1 and 1 to 0. Are we allowed to say? I mean, anytime your bounds are the same, right? If I go from 0 to 0, I don't think I really care what's in here, right? Isn't this always just equal to 0?
Kind of. I think there's probably some nuance there. But
Yeah, I think, yeah. I'm trying to think if you went all the way around like a circle or something. Like, okay, wait. If you took the integral from 0 to 2 pi of sine squared of x dx, then this is technically you could think of it as like, yeah, sure, 0 to 0, but then this is always
actually no, it
positive.
would be 0 to 0 because it would be continuous. Because if you think about all values of sine from 0 to pi, it would always be positive.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
So then the log would be continuous, or the function would be continuous.
It's fascinating. Okay, I could chew on this question for a while, Hypersonic, but if we have more time at the end of the stream, I'll take a look at it. Oh, why did I pick aces already? Damn it! Oh, actually, accidentally hit this one. Okay. There we go. Okay, that one we spent 16 minutes on, so that's okay. Let me download this. Okay, did I already mark this one as done? Oh, damn it, I already marked it as done. Oh, I hate when I do that. Okay, sorry. Ace, I do have to do yours because I accidentally marked it. Here, I'll do aces real quick. This is chemistry. Not too difficult. All right. Nitrous acid. I think that's HNO. HNO2. With potassium hydroxide. So that's KOH. And what's the pH? And then this is 20 milliliters of 0.215. And then this is 15 milliliters of 0.250. Okay. And then they want to know what's the pH afterwards. Okay. So you have to see this is a very, very strong base. And this is, I don't know if this is a weak or strong acid, but you want to see if they eliminate each other already. So I want to figure out how many moles this is for each one. That's kind of the first thing. And then we see what's left. And then what's left is like Henderson-Hasselbalch to find out the pH of a buffer. The first step in any acid base calculation is seeing if you've eliminated all of the things. So you can figure out the moles of that. So that's going to be 0.02 times 0.215. That's 0.0043 moles. And then this is 0.250 times 0.015. And that's going to be 0.00375. Okay. So there's not enough very strong base to kill off all the nitrous acid. So what's going to happen is you're going to subtract this many moles from here. This is what's called an ICF table because there's no equilibrium. This is just a final reaction. And so this will go away to 0. And then this will subtract out. What happens when we subtract those two numbers? Okay, you get 5 times 10 to the minus 4. So you get, what's up, Pineapple? So you get 5 times 5.5 times 10 to the minus 4 molar, or moles of this. So that's the final amount of moles of your nitrous acid. And then what we should do is we should figure out what this is as a concentration for the next part. And the way to do that is that's equal to moles divided by volume, which is going to be the 5.5 times 10 to the minus 4. But now how much volume do we have? Well, I had 20 milliliters of the first thing, 15 milliliters of the second thing. So I'm going to have 35 milliliters total of liquid. So then I should divide that by 0.035. And that gets us 0.0157. Yeah. Jeff's redeeming the meat. You guys are redeeming all the meat first. It's like they're rejecting the spinner wheel. I reject things to be left up to chance. Jeff says Lucky Cat. Okay. Lucky Cat, you've been gifted a me first from Jeff. Okay. All right. 0.057. There is no true randomness. Jeff says I am the danger.
My name is Jeff.
Okay. What's up, Jay?
I mean, there kind of is. You never know. Maybe he'll spin the wheel and then forget that there was a me first, and then have to.
That's true. That's true. There is
first.
human error. There is human
a
error in myself.
randomness.
Yes, I could have human error. I had human error today, just now, when I accidentally marked aces as next because I forgot I had already marked the other one. Okay, once you have HNO2, HNO2 I believe is a weak acid. So let's look Ka for HNO2. Yes. Yeah, Ka is pretty weak. Let's say 4.5 times 10 to the minus 4. You love Jeff. We do love Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Okay, so when this reacts, this is going to be HNO2. This is going to react with H2O in what's called like just an auto ionization. And that's going to form NO2 minus plus H3O plus. Okay. This is where now I have to like figure out what concentrations are. So now this is an ice table. This is ICE. Okay. So this starts with 0.0157 molar. We don't care about H2O. And then there's 0 of this. There's 0 of this. Yeah, okay. So then this change is going to be minus X. This is going to be plus X. This is going to be plus X. And then so you're just going to get 0.0157 minus X. And then this is going to be X and X. Now you figure out Ka, which is going to equal products over reactants. So that's going to be x squared over 0.0157 minus x. And so that's equal to the 4.5 times 10 to the minus 4. It's not terribly small, unfortunately. I would love to just ignore this, but I don't think you can, because this isn't small enough, really. So I think this is where you have to use Desmos or something. You got to calculate. I mean, you could do the algebra. I just don't want to do it. So you could do x squared divided by what is that? 0.0157 minus x. And then you can do the other line, which is going to be 4.5 e to the minus 4. Or actually, you can't do that, right? It's times 10 to the negative 4. Okay, cool. And then we just got to figure out where they intersect. Where do they intersect? Can I... Yeah. Where's that line? Oh, wait, I can just do y equals pi. There we go. Right. Okay, so then those things intersect right here, which is going to be at, yeah. So this gets me that x is equal to 0.0024. Yeah, I think that might have failed the 5% rule. It's close. It's close to that. Yeah, what, that's 157 versus 24. Yeah. That would have failed the 5% rule. Okay, and once you know that's x, that's also equal to the H3O plus concentration. And so then pH is just equal to the negative log of H3O plus. So that's going to be the negative log of 0.0024. Let's see what we get. Negative log 0.0024. Gets me a pH of 2.6. That's quite low. It's quite a low pH, actually. I'm starting to doubt whether that's correct. 2.62. Okay. If we wanted to see if that's correct, let's just throw this in the chat real quick. Just make sure I'm not crazy. Sometimes I make little math errors. Happens. Bum, 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 bum. Yep. Cool. Got that. They used Henderson-Hasselbalch. They also used 4 times 10 to the minus 4. Instead of, we used 4.5. Oh, you know what I fucked up on? Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I forgot there is HNO2 minus that gets formed. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, wait. From this, these things combine to form just H2O. There is additionally, yeah, my bad. There is NO2 minus getting formed and K plus. I forgot about this. Okay. So yes, in fact, you do get added 0.00375 moles of this, which then in a concentration, so that's 0.00375. I forgot. So that as a concentration. And I knew something was up because the pH was already like pretty low. I'm like, there's no way it's that low. Shouldn't be 2.6. Yes, this is 0.00375, and then you need to divide by the volume, 0.035. So that's going to equal, calculator, 0.00375 divided by 0.035. That's going to be 0.107. Okay, there's going to be a big difference there. Okay, this is 0.107. Yeah. Okay, so now when you go to do your equilibrium here, this is going to be 0.107. And now this is 0.107 plus x. So then, this is 0.107 plus x times x. Oh, that's ugly.
Oh, brother, this guy
That's all right. We can change it here. The other way is to do Henderson-Hasselbalch. I don't like Henderson-Hasselbalch. It works most of the time. There we go. Okay.
I prefer the third option, which is just mixing chemicals. And looking for the best.
Oh man. Is this like the Montana meth strat? You just start putting things together.
Well,
until the
yeah,
government
and I
says
mean,
no.
if you think about it, like, that's real gambling. You know, you can put money on the line, but whatever,
Yeah.
you go broke.
Let's go
This,
gambling.
it's like, you know, you go to the hospital, you maybe die because you mix the wrong chemicals,
Yeah.
or you get to get really, really high. So, like,
Emotional damage.
It's the ultimate risk reward.
that's real gambling.
4, 5. Okay. 6.5 times 10 to the minus 5. There we go. This is going to look a lot better. Okay. 6.5 times 10 to the minus 5. I already know this is going to look better. So negative log of 6.5 e to the minus 5. And that's going to get you 4.18. I agree with that much more. I was like, a pH of 2 is pretty low. I don't think it's that low. And let's see, what do they got? Yeah, 4.18 to 4.23. Nice. Okay, so we did get it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so key thing, the thing I messed up on, which, you know, look out for, is that when you're doing your initial elimination reaction, you always need to write out what the products of that are going to be. I know that acid and base is going to eliminate each other to form water, but technically it also forms conjugates based on the other things that were attached. And the amount of conjugate it produces, so in this case it produces NO2, that is valuable for then doing the ICE table, because now NO2 doesn't start at 0.
Emotional damage.
The NO2 starts at a non-zero concentration that came from the initial elimination. Why are we still doing chem? The AP exam was last week. I know.
Oh no.
Some students still have like regular final exams they have to take at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Or people in Montana need to make meth.
Emotional
that too.
damage.
That too. Okay, so once you have that, then you get to this. I think at this point you could do Henderson-Hasselbalch. But I prefer doing this. I think this is just really cool. I like the math. What is Bella saying? If you want to try any of these reactions and don't have a lab in the game, Unreal Chemist. Oh, that's super cool. What is this? This is a cool little app Bella's showing us. You can, oh man, you can put, you can just make drugs in this app. That's super cool. Do what?
I don't know. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, can you? I mean, it looks like you can do a titration here. This is pretty cool, actually. It's a very cool game. You can make every reaction. Okay. Bella says you can make every reaction. Every reaction?
That would be. Could I split an atom per chance?
Yeah. Can we do a fusion reaction? All right. Nice job, Ace. Say that as Ace's question. All right, Jeff has bought. I want to say this is the last me first. I only allow 2 me firsts per stream. I may have to start only allowing 1. But let's see. You picked Lucky Cat's question to go do. So that's question number 5. I love how we're gonna have like an oligarchy system now. You know, the rich determine the programming. All right, let's see. This is from Lucky Cat. And it says, based on your understanding of real-life examples of logarithmic and exponential application questions, create your own word problem based on real-life events and materials, as well as any reference links that may be helpful to understand the context. Also include the answer to your word problem. Can I know what vibe coding is? AFG, you know what vibe coding is. Don't play.
He's got to be like the.
He's the best
biggest
troll.
in this
He's the
server.
biggest fucking troll, AFG, dude. He's like, I don't know what vibe coding is. When you literally sent me a vibe coded app. I'm starting to believe now that maybe you are trolling about the chess thing. It was not vibe coded.
Or he's got dementia.
Yeah. Look,
Or
wait,
like one of
okay.
those Split
All
like
right.
personality disorders.
AFG, prove me wrong, dude. Send me the GitHub repo. I'll tell you real quick whether it's vibe coded or not. Okay. You spent 11 hours coding this thing? Well, now I just question. I question why you're not vibe
It
coding.
really
at this point.
shouldn't like take that long for you to vibe code AFG.
Yeah.
Maybe
Why are you
maybe
spending that
that's
long vibe coding, dude?
Yeah, maybe he's doing like what I do with my Rust hours. Like half of them are just me sitting around like AFK doing nothing. Maybe that's where his hours came from.
Bro, because it's
So
not
you can tell,
vibe
like,
coded.
his Teacher, it's not vibe coded when it is.
Where do I get the 11 hours from? I don't know, AFG.
Where do I get 2,000 hours on Rust in 6 months?
You can search it up on Hackatime. It's legit because you play Rust. Dude, AFG's too funny though. But AFG, this is the second instance now where someone has like been in disbelief of something, and you've conveniently shown, oh, I have evidence for why it's not. How do you always have evidence for this? It's because you know we're gonna call you out. Okay, I don't have time to prove you wrong. If you did code it, congrats, AFG. I applaud you. But the fact that you're claiming you've never heard what vibe coding is, and it's fucking 2026 at this point, like you should know. My spidey senses go off that you're trolling. Okay, if you want to be right, you can be right, AFG. It's okay. Gladiator says, "I believe him. Don't doubt him." Yeah. Okay. I don't want to doubt him. I would love to believe it. It's just I don't know what to believe anymore with AI and stuff. The number of brain rot streamers increases at 10% per year. That's a good one.
Good job.
Statistical mechanics.
Should we do a stat mech thing for them? No. We want it to be something that's kind of like chill, right? What's up, Fnatic?
I feel like in StatMech, it's not even like an actual like. You don't even really like use it for what it's like meant for. We were just like, oh, this number is really big, and I don't like that it's really big, so I'm gonna put a logarithm on it.
This is the repo. But AFG, it says it has an AI tutor built into it. Says it has an AI tutor built in. Why didn't you just have the AI back-end, front-end solver? Dude, man, don't make me go through your repo and like try to figure this out. I don't know, dude. It's kind of sketch. Components, hooks, like how do you have all this set up? How did you? I doubt you created this all by hand, dude. Should we go through and go look at his code? I tried to use Cloud APOs.
Yeah, I have an idea.
All right, go take a look at his repo. Let me see. Pinhead says, pass Calc 2 and take an intro to DiffyQ through the summer. Nice. I don't immediately need Calc 3, but I imagine I should take it while Calc 2 is still fresh in my mind. I would agree. I would not take Calc 3 at the same time as DiffyQ. I think that would be a little, just in terms of workload, it's a lot. It's just that's a lot of math to be doing at once. Usually you take Calc 3 before DiffyQ, I think.
It depends. You can take DiffyQ after Calc 2 in most places, so it depends on how you want to take it. The workload for DiffyQ is like combined with Calc 3 and DiffyQ is usually like a lot of workload, as in it's just like a shit ton of work you have to do. But I usually they tend to line up with some of their topics, like with the determinants, like the Wronskian and that.
The Wronskian,
yep.
Yeah, that comes up. Yeah.
You know, exact differential equations and some of the other stuff that you do in there lines up relatively well with Calc 3 if you're able to follow both of them at the same time. But it's definitely difficult, so I wouldn't advise it if you're not 100% sure you can do it.
Yeah, it's a lot of time, especially if you're doing things over the summer. By the way, that's a ton of time to do that. Sorry, it's a ton of work. It's not a ton of time. Sorry. During the summer, they compress like really long courses into really short amounts of time, which makes it really intense, is what I should say. You have like an exam every week, if not, every 2 weeks. Whereas in a typical class, you're learning things at a more like relaxed pace. It's not as insane. So. Oh, Eclipse, you live under a rock? It's okay. Yeah, Chud is a kind of a manosphere like 4chan term. I don't expect everyone to know what Chud is. Yeah, I work full time, so my plan was to just do one. Yeah, don't do both. Especially, if you have a full-time job, please do not subject yourself to doing both. I would take one at a time. And if you ever need help with them, we have a lot of really knowledgeable people in our community that help out with those types of things. Breasticles? Yes, it is strongly.
Dude, that's literally all I have to do, right? It's just like people act, or like when people put in like their like Putnam or JEE questions, they act like all I have to do is just like not throw it in AI. Like literally all I have to do is copy, does this look like AI? And
does this look like AI? It's just like, I agree. Yeah, one
I feel
commit
like
adds...
ChatGPT would know what AI looks like.
Yeah.
Of anything. I feel like that is what AI would be best at.
I think AI is pretty good at understanding what it wrote. It knows what it did. But what about the proof I showed you? I don't know. What about Photoshop, dog? What about what Breasticles was literally just saying, which is he could just sit around doing nothing and then the time will rack up. I'm not doubting that you coded probably parts of it yourself by hand, and you should be proud of that you did. But
you could also just press Control-Shift-I and put in whatever number you want in a browser.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, you can go to Inspector and just change things. Yeah. It's cute that you said you used like the terminal to use Mictor, and yeah, I get it. Like, great. Good job, AFG. You have to type. Okay. Okay. You guys have fun in my chat. Let me help out Lucky Cat. Sorry. Okay. Real examples of logarithmic. I don't know. Do we want to talk about the hantavirus?
Oh no.
It's kind of a recent thing, right? Do you think your teacher, is it like too soon if we start talking about it? All right, let's do hantavirus. Fine. Okay. Cool. Let me see if I have like a model for it though.
I feel like though, like if you just kind of like hope and pray,
yeah.
Or not hope and pray. If you just ignore it, it'll go away.
Yeah, hantavirus has a really long incubation time. Though.
Well, but that's how you like solve everything. Because you just ignore it and it'll fix itself. That like AFG trying to defend himself. If I just like don't reply to the messages. You know what I'm saying? He'll eventually admit that it's AI.
Yeah. Oh man, dude.
I don't have to do any work if I just.
Yeah, you've already done the work. Yeah. If we just keep pretending it doesn't exist, it eventually goes away. Oh man. Except I feel like we do that with emotions and feelings and the national debt.
Oh no.
Eventually, that's gonna catch up with us. There's a formula for this. I want to do something like with the incubation time because it's actually pretty fun. Let me think. Exponential modeling equation for virus spread. Yeah. Also, yeah. Baby's a pretty pro developer. I'm pretty sure Bella can tell whether something's coded or not. Bella codes a lot of stuff. Oh, this is it. Okay, cool. Here it is. So I is equal to I naught times ERT, where the cumulative of infections. Yeah, but I want to know what these specific terms are. Like, is R the I want something where it's like the incubation time. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's the amount of days that it takes for symptoms to show. Fuck this. I'll just ask chat.
I don't remember but I know the R is the growth rate.
I know R is the growth rate.
Basically, what you'd say like that the growth of a virus is proportional to the amount of it.
Right. Okay. I want a simple exponential function to model hantavirus that I could demonstrate for a high school math class. I want something that has to do with the incubation time and stuff. There's some cool factoids. No, there's definitely skill in vibe coding. Vibe coding definitely takes skill. You have to ask certain correct things and stuff. Let me see. Can we do something where the growth factor is connected to incubation time? Just like humans reproduce at a rate proportional to population, but presumably kill each other at a rate proportional to population squared. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but that's more like a predator-prey model.
Right, and that's a differential. That's a differential equation. We don't really want to deal with that.
Well, but even the just normal growth rate is also a differential equation. It's just the predator-prey model comes from a system of differential equations, and then you would solve the system, and then you get like a sine cosine curve that shows how different predators and prey grow with respect to each other.
Okay, this is cool. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do it this way. Chill, honey. Thank you, Bella. Yes. Yeah, the more encounters with people. Oh, the more encounters between people, the more deaths. Yeah. So yeah, let's say this. Let's say like, hantavirus. Totally tubular. Hantavirus grows at an exponential rate. Modeled by. And you could say that, let's say H, right? H is equal to H naught. And then I like this. Let's say R is the rate at which I get, for every case, how many other cases it affects. And then this is T over I. This is what you want to say. You'd say H naught is equal to the initial number of cases. R is equal to the number of new cases. Connected to current cases each incubation period. And then, yeah, T is equal to the time in weeks. And then I is equal to the incubation period. If the hantavirus grows faster than the human population, how long till we're all dead? I hope someone doesn't like replay this in the future, being like, man, you should have been eating your words, man. Okay. So, let's assume that R is equal to 2, okay? So that for every person that gets sick from, or let's say R is equal to 3. So for every person that is sick in a certain incubation period, three people for every person who's sick will become sick in the next incubation period. What is the incubation period for hantavirus? Is apparently 1 to 8 weeks. Okay, so let's say H is equal to 4. Let's assume incubation period is equal to 4 weeks. Okay. So here's a question you could ask. You could say, if initially 10 people are found to have hantavirus, how many weeks until 1,000 people? Or actually, let's not even say 1,000. Let's say the small population of, I don't know, I think France has like the most, let me see. Country with most hantavirus cases. Right now, China has 210,000. Sorry, wait, what?
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me.
No.
You're not that guy.
No. Right now. Okay. 229. Let's just say there's 229. How many weeks until 10,000 people have it? I think this would start becoming a problem. Like 10,000 people had hantavirus. We might start being concerned, right? I think it's a number we...
I think we could just like avoid all of that problem if we went, fucking battleship on their ass.
That's the problem.
Tank the ship.
No, dude, because the ship's already been docked, and people that were already on the ship have left the ship. That's the problem. This is why it becomes like a
we shouldn't
mess.
have let it. We shouldn't have let it dock.
The issue is that, and this is the issue about with hantavirus specifically. Little science here is it has such a long incubation period, which means that people don't know they're sick until way later into when they starting being contagious. So the issue is this ship that they originally found the people with hantavirus on. People had already gotten off the ship weeks before they detected it. So the issue is it's already spread. Like the cat's out of the bag. The majority of people that have it are still on that boat, and that boat is like being contained and stuff. But the problem is that like people were on that boat and they left that boat before they figured out that other people had it on the boat. So this is where if anyone's played the game,
we give them the quantum gravity treatment.
The quantum gravity treatment.
Yeah, they just disappear.
Watch from that specific time index. What is this? In a perfect world? This is a Matrix clip. Sorry, let me see this.
With the American Express.
Oh, I have to go through an Amex ad before I can.
Which is why the Matrix was redesigned to this, the peak of your civilization. And I say your civilization because as soon as we started thinking for you, it really became our civilization, which is, of course, what this is all about. Evolution, Morpheus. Evolution.
Okay. Before we... Oh, this is like the AI starts thinking for us. Oh, I get it, Sensation. I thought it was related to hantavirus, but yes, that is cool as well. The Matrix, great film. Go watch it. It's a great film. All right. We'll just say how many weeks until 10,000 people have it. So in that case, you would say H is equal to 10,000. H naught is equal to 229. R is equal to 3. I is equal to 4. And then you would plug this in to go solve. So I would say that 10,000 is equal to 229. And then this would be 3. Nice, Malik. Yeah, that's a statics question. Malik, if you want to put that in a screenshot and submit it to our queue, we can go through it. H naught R, and then this is going to be T over 4. How many people will have it in 2 years? That's another way to do it. I thought this one's a little bit cooler because we have to learn about logarithms. Because in order to solve for a variable that's up here, if the thing you're solving for is in the exponent, you have to like use logarithms to pull it down. So we would move this over. So then you get 10,000 divided by 229 is equal to 3 to the t over 4. This is where, I don't know if you've learned this yet, Lucky Cat, but if you want to get rid of this, you could just take the ln of both sides. Technically, we could take log base 3, but I'm not going to mess with that. So then this would come down. And so you get the ln of 10,000 over 229 is equal to t over 4 ln of 3. So then t, once you move the 4 over and divide by ln of 3, is 4 ln of 10,000 over 229, all divided by the ln of 3. Okay, there you go. So let's see how much time would it take for 10,000 people to get the hantavirus. So 4 ln 10,000 divided by 229, all divided by the ln of 3. And that's 14 weeks. Uh-oh.
Remember, if you're engineer, ln of 3 is just 1.
That is true.
Aw, dang it.
Yes, the ln of 3 is approximately just 1. And actually kind of showed there, right? Because we went from 15 to 14. It's basically 1. Sensation says, you need to take into account that this is not a coronavirus and the fact that this virus can only be passed by direct contact with infected fluids. Oh, okay. Yeah, that probably affects... I mean, that's probably why COVID was so much more devastating, is because it just hung around in the air, right?
I think what Sensation is saying is, don't be a hoe.
Don't be a hoe.
Viruses around, yeah.
Yeah. Don't be sharing no fluids with people or liquids. That means like no shared drinks too. That's where I would screw up. I'm always like, hey man, do you want this? You want this? I'm the absolute worst. Okay, cool. I hope that makes sense, Lucky Cat. That's kind of fun. Very relevant to today's world. Hopefully not too relevant. Okay. That one took 23 minutes, but yeah, we did go on a lot of side tangents about AFG and his coding abilities, so it's okay. Don't share fluids. Yeah. Mr. Aegis is the big health streamer. He's a cool guy. Let me shout him out. How do I spell his name? Is it Mr. _ Aegis? I think it's that. Yeah, this is his stream. Yeah, he does a lot of cool, like, health and wellness type streams. Very cool guy. I was on his podcast interview a couple weeks ago. Never trust a health guru that looks... It's true. It's true. All right. Let's go see the next question, which I think we are going to spin for this one now. Bunch of hard ones. 5, 7, 8, 9, and 7. Let's go see who's going to win it this time. Where's my choose winner? There we go.
Let's go gambling!
More meat. Yes, eat more beef. Eat more chicken. Breasticles. You gotta stop raiding your village, Breasticles.
No, I was actually making sure. Well, kind of making sure I wasn't someone. That's why I muted. Someone was like eco raiding my window. I heard him hitting it with a hammer.
Eco raiding?
Yeah, so you can raid with like rockets, you know, and be loud. But then there's like the cheap, like super. It's a pain in the ass. It takes a super long time.
You can
you're
raid
kind of
people's
just a
villages
complete
with sheep?
loser. No, hammers. You'll get
hammer.
like a hammer or a rock or some shit, and you'll just sit there for like an hour, just smacking a window or a door while they're offline until you get in one door. It's an absolute pain in the ass, especially if it's what's called hard side. So there's a soft side and a hard side of a wall.
Yeah.
Hence one's like a lot harder to break into than the other, and people will just sit there for hours doing that.
And
I heard
then
someone
what's the
hitting my
difference? Is
window.
it people can't detect it because it's such a low XP that's being whittled down or whatever, or low damage?
No, it's just with rockets it's really loud, and people will come and like try to
I see.
counter the raid and
I see. So they're being
finish the
sneaky.
raid for you or whatever.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
I see.
and it's a lot cheaper, so like you have to
Because
get a
they can just go
user
show up
bench
naked and if they
Yeah.
die, then it's like whatever. All I lost was my rock.
yeah, exactly. But if you
Eco
have
rating.
rockets, and it's
Today I learned. Maybe I should start playing Rust. I don't know if I have the time for it. That's a problem.
probably not.
Probably not.
The only way that you'll have like a decent experience on Rust is to like dedicate your life to it and suffer for a very long time.
Yeah, I don't have that, dude. My life is already dedicated to suffering.
Oh
Yeah, exactly. You gotta kind of pick one.
Yeah, I gotta pick one thing to suffer to. Okay, let's do this one. So this is the SI function, which we learned, yes, is the integral from 0 to t of sine of s over s. Yeah, you're right, Cliz, right? Yeah, it's the same. And then this is x plus y, dx dy. 5,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. 5,000.
No, I'm a good player and I have 2,000. But yeah, most of like the really good players like 10, 15, 20,000 hours.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I don't. It's beyond me.
Okay, so let's see. Am I gonna substitute in right away? We think for this. Should I substitute this for this to make it a triple integral?
No. So what we're gonna use a little fun parts trick here.
An arch trick.
Yeah.
Wait. Do you know
parts,
Zach uses
parts.
arch? Zach uses arch. What's up, Zach?
I'll use arch, by the way.
I use arch, by the way. Okay, Breskles, what's no, I haven't tried yours, Zach, yet. No, sorry. I use arch, by the way. Yeah. What do you want me to do here, Breskles?
So we're going to look at first just the integral, and we're going to use integration by parts.
Integration by parts. Sorry, I heard integration by arch. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
No parts.
So I'm assuming that if I know that this is equal to the integral of this, that the derivative of SI of t must be equal to sine of t over t, right?
Yeah.
By fundamental theorem of calculus, right? So derivative of integrals just throws the thing down. Okay, so I think I'm going to pick that to be my u, right? Am I going to pick?
Yep. Yeah, you'll want that to be your...
Let's u is equal to the SI of x plus y dx. No, just s plus I, sorry. And then du is going to be SI x plus y just times dx, I think, right? No. Sorry. Sorry. I'm doing this all wrong. Sine of x plus y over x plus y dx. There we go. And then I'm going to say that dv is just equal to 1 dx. So then v is just equal to x. Okay.
Yeah. For now.
Integration by arch, by using arch to run Wolfram Alpha to self-integral. That is valid, dude. Okay, so for now. And so we're only dealing with the dx integral. I'm not even dealing with the dy yet, right?
Yeah. Yeah, just
So-
a dx for now.
So we'll just leave this out here. And that's going to equal, so uv, so that's going to be x si, or I shouldn't do this capitals, si of x plus y, minus the integral from 0 to 1 of x over x plus y times the si of x plus y. And that's going to be dx, I think, still. And then this is all.
Should just be
Oh no, sorry. Yes. Yeah. Wait, isn't there an integral though? It's v du.
Yeah, on the. Yeah, and du is sine of x plus y over x plus y, not psi of x plus or si. Of
Yes.
x plus
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Man, they need to stop having these two things have such similar names. It's only off by an n.
Yeah, they
There we
got
go.
kind of lazy with that naming convention.
Yeah, bless Mathematica for E&M homework. What's up, Jay? JC, good to see you, dude. What's up, Joseph? We did some chemistry earlier. Good to see you, man. Okay. I don't know how to do this. Or is this going to start looking like the original thing?
This is a trick that I was talking about earlier with parts, and why when you said v equals x, I said for now.
For now. Uh-oh.
So, yeah. So technically, right, because we are using two integrals, what we can do is say v of x plus y is also an antiderivative of dv.
Okay.
Because partial by partial x of x plus y is still going to be equal to 1. So dv equals dx still.
One sec. Okay. So if v is equal to x, then dv... Okay. You're saying if v is equal to x plus y, that dv
v would
dx
be x plus y.
is also still equal to just dx?
1. Yeah.
Or just equal to 1, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
So it still
okay.
holds. Because technically what we're doing is integrating v and we're integrating x. And that would add a constant. But in this case,
I
that
see.
constant is a function of y. And
Okay.
so we can use this in one dimension, but it's not as fun in one dimension. But that constant, even though we usually don't use it in parts,
Yeah,
if
for
we
this part, I
wanted
mean.
to, and we were like, wow, it would be really convenient if we had that constant there. We can
Yeah, you're saying
include that
this.
constant in our v.
Oh.
So now we're going to say that,
But wait, that
V is x
that
plus
constant
y.
needs to also show up here, though, doesn't it?
yeah, so that x will become x plus y. But now we can evaluate
Oh man, dude, I do like your questions, Bresticles. They are like really like what the fuck, but this is blowing my mind to calculus that I've never seen. I've been doing calculus for like 15 years. I've never seen this trick of just being like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna technically this is an x plus c. Let's just call c equal to y.
Yep. Yeah.
Have you seen this before, Zach? Zach, have you seen this before? Have you seen these tricks? These are like some Jedi mind tricks, dude. Okay, so then this is now going to change to x plus y, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then this will change. Oh, to x plus y over x plus y. You haven't seen this particular one? Yeah, Bresticles has like a pretty cool, either like desire or book or whatever, but I don't know where these come from, but they're really cool. Cool tricks.
I look at a lot of math.
He looks at a lot of math.
A lot, yeah. That's just what I do.
This
I
is
I'll
what
be
he does.
scrolling Instagram at like the bar, and I'll be like,
Scrolling
"Oh, that's
Instagram at
a
the
cool
bar.
integral." Yeah,
Oh,
I'll be
that's
like, if I'm like just scrolling Instagram, I'll be like, "Oh, that's a cool integral," and like look at it, I'll be like, "Oh, that's really awesome."
Yeah, this is pretty dope.
I think this one, I feel like I think I saw it on a YouTube video like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
I
'cause-
never used it again. But
And again, I feel like these tricks only work with really cool puzzles like this because it happens to be that, oh man, if you did that, now this becomes 1, and we're just doing the integral of sine of x plus y.
Yep.
Oh man, damn, that's super fucking cool. Okay. All right, so now this is just the integral of sine of x plus y dx, which integral of sine of x plus y dx is just going to be cosine of x plus y, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or negative cosine, so that becomes a plus. Okay. But then all of this stuff is evaluated from 0 to 1.
Yep.
Okay. And it's just in terms of x. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 0. Oh, I love the green text. 0 to 1. So then that's going to be y si of 1 plus y, right? Plus cosine of 1 plus y. Oh, there's no more dx anymore. And then it's going to be minus... Oh, sorry, I fucked this up. Sorry. This is 1 plus y, si 1 plus y, plus cosine 1 plus y, minus y, si of y, and then this is going to be minus cosine of y. And then we're still doing all this with respect to y. Yeah?
Yep.
dy. Okay, cool. I don't think anything really cancels, but some of these integrals are easier to do than others, right?
Yeah, so we would know the cosine ones, obviously, and then we would just want to expand the 1 plus y, because we already kind of know what the SI,
interesting.
SI would look like, and then we would also have the y and fy that we can just evaluate.
So I want to group these together, is what you're saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of ish. So this would be si 1 plus y plus y si 1 plus y minus y si of y. Okay. And we're still doing all these integrals. dy. And then I'm just going to do these real quick because that's not too bad, right? Integral of cosine is just negative sine. So these are just going to be negative sine 1 plus y evaluated from 0 to 1. And then this is going to be plus sine of y from 0 to 1. Okay. Now, do we know... Do I have to do it again for these? I gotta do that trick again?
Yeah, and so what I would do in this case is, we know what the integral of SI from 0 to 1 is, for x, and so x would just be 1 plus y in this case, and then for the y, SI, I would just say like a new variable like z or u or whatever, and just figure out what the y, the integral of y SI of like a u or whatever is, so that we can figure out both of those and just evaluate those as well.
Yeah. So this is where I have to think back to what this was. So the integral of si x plus y dx was equal to eventually this, but it was still evaluated from 0 to 1. So wait, this became all of this again, is what happened. Right?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a mess.
Oh no.
Oh no, dude. So this is the same thing as si of x plus y, and then we'd say for x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1. Which is calling on itself. So that was this. So that's going to be 1 plus y si of 1 plus y plus cosine of 1 plus y. And then that's all evaluated from 0 to 1. And then I need to figure out these. You want to just tell me it? I don't really want to.
Yeah, it would be
these are best.
SI of 2.
Okay. 2 SI
of 2.
Just SI of 2. Okay.
plus cosine of 2
Okay.
minus 1/2 sine of 2. And then for the other one, the YSI of y, that becomes 1/2 SI of 1 plus 1/2 cosine of 1 minus 1/2 sine of 1.
Okay, is it like that?
Yep.
Fascinating. Okay. And then this whole thing, well, wait, this becomes if I plug in 1, this is 2. Oh, is this the 2 SI of 2 that you're talking about?
No, I don't think so.
Well, this becomes the same thing though, right? Look, that becomes 2 SI of 2 plus cosine of 2, and then minus SI of 1 minus cosine of 1. That's what all this becomes. And then I guess all of this stuff was something else as well. What the fuck was this? This is minus sine of 2 plus sine of 1, and then plus sine of 1 minus sine of 0. That goes away. So this becomes 2 sine of 1 minus sine of 2. And then is the last thing just to combine all 3 of these things? All 4 of these,
something like that. Yeah, I mean, from this point, it's just like
it's just algebra.
A lot of algebra.
Okay.
Repetition.
Right. We'll just. This is really cool. It's really cool we got this, and we'll just say combine it all, and then you're good. All right, cool. Cool question, Bresticle. I like that one. Nice one. This was the nugget. There's always some nugget in these questions. This was the nugget, dude. Being able to do this.
Yeah.
That's a very cool trick.
Derived them around whatever. It's like, 3 a.m. and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that trip. I wonder if I could do that in 3D. Oh, I can. And then it's just downhill from there.
That one only took 18 minutes. Only took 18 minutes, Bresticles. That was
not terrible.
Not terrible. I think it would have been terrible if I had to do all the cancellation. It would have been like another 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, but
I just didn't want to do it.
There's some point in that.
Yeah, at that point, that's just the stamp collecting. We're called biology.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Alright, nice. That was Bresticles. Cool question. Alright, let's go see. Still got some time left.
You should read that green text. It's fascinating.
Is it the one?
I didn't realize Canada had those kinds of a problem.
Yes. Yeah. Jeet shaker? Oh my god. Oh. Oh, dude. The warfare, dude. That's terrible. But I get it. No. I mean, this is a global thing that's happening. You see this in countries where cultures are mixing and cultures have different values and just ways of living, and it's hard for everyone to get along. I think especially nowadays because people are very set in their ways, maybe. I don't know what it is.
Well, no, because I don't even consider it to be. People will sit there and complain about immigrants in inverted commas.
Sure.
It's not the fact that they're immigrants per se, or illegal or otherwise. The issue is that they were scum in the place that they were born in, and they've fucked off to somebody else's country, and they're still scum.
I think for some
like,
of them, yeah.
Even from their own people's perspectives, they were just
they don't like these people.
Dross.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I mean, it's like if I don't know, I started making loads of noise and setting off the smoke alarms all the fucking time here.
Yeah.
I pissed everyone off around me, and so I've then fucked off to somebody else's country and done something similar.
But I think maybe that level of noise is more tolerant in other countries. Maybe it's like kind of like normal for them.
Yeah, I was gonna, because to a degree, I agree with Sensation, but I also believe that it would severely piss me off if a bunch of British people came to America and brought their food over and started replacing my amazing American fast food restaurants with like fucking potato stands and beans on toast.
Let's go gambling!
I was putting it in there. Yeah, Sensation. No, you're right. You're right. This is the whole the lawyers, doctors, whatever argument, right? Where they say like, oh, look at all these lawyers and I know, because they say like, oh, these people are great people, but then a lot of times some of them aren't. Look at Australia, for instance.
This is see that's a cop out saying some.
Well,
because it isn't. It's
not everyone.
Statistically, most.
Is this? Yeah, maybe it is. I mean, I've seen the studies on like percentage of different groups requiring welfare. I guess I've seen those numbers where you start being like, okay, they're coming in, but then they need the majority of the help. So then it's like it is a leech on the system. I get it. Yeah, I get it. Oh yeah, Gladiator, you didn't get picked.
That bothers me.
Yes, I know. I understand Sensation. Yeah, I get it. And you're right. You're 100% right that type of behavior is like rude and like not okay. I think also just we have different tolerances for what's rude and what's okay. The best example I have is when I go to Italy, they don't give a fuck about line systems. Like there is no such thing as a line. It's a triangle. It's a funnel. In America, we're pretty civilized to where we will line up nicely for things, and if you start like cutting the line, you're gonna get a fist. But in other countries, they don't believe in that. They don't think lines should work like that, and they're cool with lines just being funnels. So,
well, yeah, because they like trample each other over.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just a difference. It's a difference of culture, is what it is, and to them that's okay. So yes, do I agree? Like lighting fires and creating loud noises in your apartment is okay? No, but I think that's an extreme case that pokes at the issue of different cultures have different norms for how they do things, and when you try to mix those together, you're gonna get friction where people just don't like it. It doesn't jive. The other thing I noticed, just even in Japan, right? You're not allowed. You are highly frowned upon if you eat while walking or if you talk loudly on the subway. These are things I do in the U.S. all the fucking time, and I don't think anything of it. Like I'm busy, I'm gonna eat a sandwich while I'm walking in the street, or if I want to talk to my friend on the subway, I'm not gonna be obnoxious, but I won't be quiet. I'm not a very quiet person. So to the Japanese, they would say that like I'm scum of the earth. I'm the scum from the U.S. they brought over here. But in reality, it's just like we're just different. We just have different ideals for things. Yes, and that's the other one that's standing in the line. Okay, let me finish the question real quick. I love these discussions. I'm gonna bring back the podcast Sensation so we can just have dedicated times because I love hearing your point of view, and I think it's important to hear both sides because it makes me reconsider things as well.
I try not to have a point of view. I simply look at something objectively and say, that's an issue. Why?
Good. It's good. It's
you
good
know what
question.
I mean?
Why?
Because if I sit there and have opinions about stuff, then I start being legitimately racist. I don't fucking like him because he's Indian kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's not reasonable.
Right. We can't be that. Yeah. We can think about it. Yeah.
Fucking cheats. Sorry.
Don't get me banned, Sensation, please. It's okay. All right, -2, and then this one is -7, -8. Find the area. This is annoying. Is this? Are you supposed to do this with Huron's formula, DM's creator?
I would just use Hurons.
Yeah, you would just use Hurons, right? Yeah. Okay. So for those that don't know,
you get all the points. Just do.
Yeah, it's an annoying calculation to do. You have to do this. Okay. S is called the semi-perimeter, which is equal to the perimeter divided by 2. So you have to get all the distances for all these, which I just don't want to do. It's going to just take too much time. So I'm going to assume you know how to do this, and I'm just going to have chat just get it. Because if I'm limited on time, I don't want to waste time doing the monotonous shit. What's up, Jay?
Good job.
There we go. So yeah, using the distance formula, you'd get all these. And so here you go. These are the side lengths, which are not nice. Oh man.
Damn it.
Yeah, so that's not great either. This is just annoying as a question to do. Okay, so semi-perimeter would be equal to adding all these up and dividing by 2. So that's gonna be 2 square root of 10 plus the square root of 29 plus 5. I love how 5's just in there. Divided by 2. And then you need to do area is equal to the square root of, it's going to be that value s, and then you're going to do s minus 1 on the side, so s minus 5, s minus the square root of 29, s minus 2 root 10. And there you go. That's the way to do it. Take out your calculator and do it. It sucks. It's just kind of just busy work at that point. Alright. I have time probably to do yours, Gladiator. Let's see if you get picked. This was Deems Grader. Yes. And that phenomenon, Eclipse, you're talking about where people just stand in a line even though they don't even know what the line is for, is the reason why clubs don't let people in even when the club is empty. They love to just like creating a line creates like FOMO. Creates like anticipation for like, ooh, we should go to this thing. It's the dumbest. Because there's nobody in the club anyways.
See, that's an opinion.
That is an opinion, yes. Well, that's, I mean,
because
that's also
when I see a line, I go, fuck this, I'm not going. Why? Because the club might be full of dickheads, you know?
Yes, I get it. All right, let's see, Blue, if you get picked for the last one, dude. I appreciate everyone's been. This does kind of speak to maybe why the system's working, is because for whatever, Catnip's question was seen as being like really, really difficult, and it grew at a very slow rate, which means it hasn't had the best chance of getting picked. Here, Catnip's question here.
It is quantum physics.
It is quantum physics, yeah, which, again, if I had nothing else to do today, if I didn't have to help students with, like, trig and, the area of a triangle, I would love to just sink our teeth into this and to do it, but it has to go down a little bit lower on the priority list, because it's ridiculous, yeah.
4-hour questions are banned.
Yes, well, that's not 4 hours. Apparently, it would be 45 minutes, so that's a lot. But, again, I appreciate people submitting it, because if nobody was here in the stream, then I could do it. And then Eclipse didn't have a bad one, but yeah, I already know where this is going. This is,
That's
oh man,
the Laplace equation.
These are the Laplace equations.
This
Yeah.
spherical show, yeah.
Yeah. Is this Griffiths or Jackson or who? Whose E&M is this, Eclipse? Tell me. Stay 20 more minutes. It's very cozy. I know. I know it's cozy. I'm having to make like decisions in my life though, where my other job is really starting to ramp up in time, and I'm starting to like lose time for my health, and so I have to carve that. Otherwise, I start deteriorating. So that's why I might start, or I already have started like cutting back the time on streaming. There's only so much of me. But Breasticles is going to start streaming soon. We're going to get him to start streaming.
Hopefully within the next 2 weeks, maybe 3.
There we go. We'll have a big party. All right, let's go pick a winner.
Let's go gambling!
Griffiths. Okay, yeah, Griffiths is chill. Jackson is the terrible one. Gladiator, are you Shadow Man? Yeah, okay. Catnip, this is a cool question. But I can't do it in the next 2 minutes, so we're gonna go spin again. It's okay.
I don't like the way they use the delta function there.
Yeah.
I don't like the way physicists use
Let's
the delta
go gambling!
function. It's not a function. It's a distribution.
Ah, it's a distribution, yeah.
Makes sense when you have a test function related to.
Nice. Good job. Good job. There you go, Gladiator. Bella says, cancel the work. Be a full-time online teacher. I would love to. Again, Zach, I know, shares this opinion with me that if we could support ourselves full-time by just doing this, we would do it. And honestly, I wouldn't even need that much money. I would take like very low 6 figures just to live in LA. If I could make $100,000 just doing this, I would quit everything. I wouldn't do anything else. The issue is that this pays like $0. If anything, it costs me money. So until we figure out how to make this work, I have to have other jobs. Unfortunately.
Oh no.
But we'll figure it out. You know, Mr. Beast streamed for like 8 years before he even got real money coming in. So I think it's just a time thing.
Well,
I have
another opinion. Mr. Beast is an absolute bellend.
That is true. If I was filthy rich, I'd do what you're doing for free. Yeah, I know. Well, there's a whole strategy to Mr. Beast. You have 5,000 friends and 6.5K followers on Facebook. Okay, that's nice, Bella. Yeah. It's something, and this is another reason why I probably need to step back a little bit from the streaming. I need to spend more time on figuring out the long-term plan and like the fundraising side of things. I love teaching. I love teaching you guys this. I love learning. This is all great. But if this is to get to a next level, I have to take some time away from that to figure out logistically how to support this and grow this to a point where I don't need to do the other things. Yes, and I love yeah. Go on, Sensation.
Then remember this phrase: "No man is an island."
No man is an island. Okay, what does that mean?
Don't do it on your own. You can't do it on your own.
I can't.
That's why people get together and do things collectively.
True. Yeah, I need to get better at that. Yeah, go on. You're good. Go on.
As a singular person can't do everything for themselves. I have tried many times to do everything for myself, and let's just say there are some weaknesses even I can't overcome.
Even the mighty Sensation. He's just like, cannot. There are some things I cannot surmise. I agree. Yes, I need to get better at asking for help. It's something I'm really bad at. I'm bad at asking for help because I just want to be able to do everything myself. And this is why I'm also bad at asking for money. I hate asking for money. I just want things to work. And of course, no student should ever have to pay. That's the whole reason of this thing, is to remove the paywall and the wealth gap between people who can afford tutors and people who can't. I want it to be free, but it's a puzzle that I haven't figured out. I know Zach shares a similar struggle with me in like figuring out how do you monetize things without destroying the initial intent and purpose of the stream. How do we do that? So
you could tell people that they can buy me first with real cash, and then don't let them redeem them.
Oh, no.
Just scam them.
You could have us. Yeah, you could have us as like secret. Just be like, well, you only get 2 me first every stream.
Oh my god!
And then have like someone each stream. You know.
Yes.
What's it called? Just instantly redeem me first.
Instantly redeem me
just
first.
Like one
and just scam them out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Jay says, sell merch and books. I have thought about selling merch. Yeah, and I make merch. I mean, like I made this merch. I make tons of merch. It's time. It's just time. I don't put enough effort into like making merch. And then also a lot of my audience are kids who don't have credit cards. I know a lot of you guys are adults and you have credit cards, and you know you guys have supported, and I do appreciate that. That's great. But I needed to go beyond like what our audience is, because eventually you get what's called like compassion fatigue, and like there's audience fatigue. If I kept asking every week, if I asked just once for all my viewers to donate money, sure, we'd make a ton, it'd be great. But if I asked the next week, that's where it starts becoming, okay, bro, but you just asked me, like, why are we doing this again? So there has to be some way to get new people who don't have the fatigue from donating but still also believe in the thing. So yeah, maybe a podcast. I've done podcasts before as well, Jay. I would love for you to what if you did a podcast with students that have terrible grades and poor foundation knowledge and just tutor them through the podcast? I mean, that's kind of what this is. This is kind of like a podcast. We teach students.
Hear me out. I got another idea to make some money.
What's up?
Is it drugs?
We put that is one that I was going to say. But we put Sensation on a stream, and then we have him say like whatever fucked up shit he's thinking at the time, and then let people pay to get on call with him for like $5 for 5 minutes, and then they get to try to like
to fuck with him. They just get to kind of, and then Sensation's just yelling at him the whole time. Yeah.
No, we must shave those sheep and dye their wool. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's an idea. I'll welcome all ideas. Yeah, if you guys have ideas, please DM me. You know, we can figure it out.
Or we could sell that like high school picture of Sensation to people as just like
Oh no.
as a merch.
Sell it as a
Just like
T-shirt.
framed picture of him.
Yeah.
We don't have high school here.
Yeah, whatever. They're A levels or whatever, O levels or middle school, whatever primary school thing you read. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. No, you dye the wool then you shave it. I don't know what this reference is. Dyeing the wool and shaving it. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Well, I was just coming up with random shite and
Oh, okay.
we're going on with it.
Oh, I see someone else's argument. I like how all of Breskel's ideas are selling Sensation.
Oh no.
Not all of them. Yeah, he did
And
have some
I
other
feel
good
like
ideas.
Sensation's like the only one I can sell off because he's a straight white male. Everyone else at this point, then
Yeah,
it,
we'd get called out for
then
it. We can't do it.
Yeah, then it's like not socially
Slavery.
acceptable
That is
or
literally
whatever.
slavery. Then we're selling humans.
Oh no.
But yeah, but if we do Sensation being like just a regular white guy, no one really cares.
Dude, wait, what is this shoelace formula? Dude, excuse me, what? Dude, okay, sorry. Because I was actually trying to solve this question, which is finding the area of a pentagon with these vertices. Apparently, the way to do it is called the shoelace formula. What the fuck is a shoelace formula? Have you seen this? Boom.
Hell no.
Use the shoelace formula? Multiply down right. So wait, 0. Oh, I see. Oh, I see why it's a shoelace. Look, 0726546215, and then multiply down left. So that's 5 to this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, bro, what is this shoelace? It does make a shoelace though. That is pretty cool. And then you subtract the 2 and you divide by 2. And so that's the area of the pentagon. That's pretty wacky. How hard is gravitation, electric, and magnetic fields? Yeah, E&M can be tricky sometimes. But Jay, we can help you out. It's pretty cool stuff. All right, so I'm going to guess Gladiator because this is a math contest question. That this is one of these cases where you just have to know this like weird ass formula for this specific case. I could ask like, why does this work? And like, does it work for other shapes? Oh, this is cool. The shoelace method works because it secretly breaks the polygon into triangular areas using the origin. And so for any 2 consecutive vertices is twice the signed area of the triangle. And so when we go around the polygon vertex by vertex, we're adding up a bunch of triangle areas connected. Some of those triangles may stick. Okay. And that's why... Oh, okay, very cool. Yeah, competition questions are usually novel. I mean, they usually use concepts that you've already used, but I see what they're doing. So they're doing this. They're creating like a bunch of triangles. And then for whatever reason, when you go like left to right or right to left, it gets you the area. Okay. All right, cool. That's a cool question, Gladiator. But I don't think your teacher's actually gonna ask you that. Like, what? Oh no.
The questions like that feel like weird extrapolations. You know, when it's like, oh,
Yeah.
what's the next prime number in this sequence? And you have to sit there and work it out like meticulously because there's no other way to do it.
Yeah, that's like a brute force
You know-
method, I guess.
Yeah, it's just.
Ask Narosky. I'm sure Narosky knows the way.
Where's
to do it.
Narosky? Yeah, just ask Narosky.
I feel like
It's just-
Narosky's just like secretly hiding the solution to the Riemann Zeta hypothesis.
Yeah,
in his
he's
closet.
been sitting on it, dude. Yeah. Anyways.
Ravioli, give me the formula.
Yeah, give me the formula. Okay, so the other way you could do this, Gladiator, if you really wanted to, you could divide this into 3 triangles, and then you could figure out the area of this one from what we did with DM Scrader, Huron's formula. This sucks, though. So you could do Hurons, and then you could just add them up. But that's a lot. It's Gold After Dark, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we are a little bit late, so... Okay, cool. Let me close out the stream. I gotta go. Alright, thank you everyone for coming to Actual Education Office Hours. I appreciate everyone's questions, all the talking, all the discussions. You guys are great. Thank you so much for all the support, all you guys in the comments and stuff. Toodles. Yes, we will be on again. If you go to our calendar, so our website is www.actualofficehours.com. If you go there to the streaming schedule, that'll show you all the times we're streaming. So we are not on tomorrow, but Zach is on. He's going to be doing differential equations, so DiffyQ stuff, if you guys want to learn some DiffyQ. And then otherwise, we'll be back on Thursday. Let me see if we're going to do games on Friday. This is kind of an up in the air for now, but otherwise, we should still have a stream on Sunday, and then Monday, and then Tuesday, and then I'm off.
Oh, no.
And I'll be back. Okay. What's up? What are you guys crying in the chat? What are you guys crying for? What? Oh. Okay. All right. Well, I can't read all this, Mathan, right now. Or AFG. Chill. Okay. All right. I appreciate you guys. Let's go. Let's go. You sorry you missed the fun. It's all good, Fembox. Anyways. All right. Let's go. We're going to go raid another channel before I got to bounce. And Mathan wants me. Yeah, I get it. I can't check all my DMs while I'm streaming, and also I do have a life outside of Discord. I spend a lot of hours on Discord and Twitch with you guys, but I do need some of my own time to go do my other things in life. So I apologize if it takes a bit. I will always get back to you guys eventually, but just respect that I'm an adult who still has bills and things, so I still have to do stuff. Okay, let's go say hi to someone. Who else is on right now? There is really nobody on. Oh man. Is anyone doing any like math stuff? Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. I just had to click this. Okay. Let's go say hi to Science. Science is doing something with, looks like genetics and stuff. Okay, cool. Go say hi to Science. Yes, I will have dinner. Okay, cool. You're Discord, Mario. You meant to stay on Discord. Love you guys. Okay. All right. I will see you guys on Thursday. Peace out. Enjoy.
Oh, that's number 4 tonight. Realizing love. Don't you dare say I'm sorry.